Hey everyone, Tommy V from 81 Real Estate got another deal breakdown. This one was also kind of seller financing. If you like the content I'm putting out, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. I love to hear about deals that other people have completed because the more deals you hear about, it gives you more ideas for and motivation to go get your next deal. So please reach out to me and tell me about your best deal or a deal you wish you would have done differently. So in my other video talking about Cornelius 1.0, the house that I bought that went from 85,000 to 205,000 off seller financing, the neighbors across the street came to me last fall and they said, hey, Tommy, you still, I remember you bought this house. You said you and your mom doing real estate, are you still buying houses? And I said, absolutely. Whose house are we selling? And they said, oh, our house. They said, oh, we got a job offer in South Carolina and they want us there in 3 weeks. I said, perfect. So you're trying to move quickly. You're trying to get out of your house and you want me to buy it. Yeah. Okay. I said, all right, well, kind of the easiest thing to do would be for me to get financing or hard money loan. That was kind of what I was thinking in the back of my head. Further through the conversation, it turns out the husband and his mom were both on the deed, and the mom had passed away several years prior, like 10 years ago, but they did not do the title work to get her taken off of the loan. So I knew right away, there's going to be some hoops to jump through. There's going to be some legal hoops and probably even probate because I don't think she had a will executed at the courthouse. So I knew right away, okay, the easiest thing is going to be to do seller financing, creative financing, and just take over the mortgage payments until we could get all the legal things cleared up. And then either me buy the house or we'll sell the house to an end buyer at that point, depending on how the timeline goes. So they were agreeable to that. So I'm going to kind of share my screen here to kind of show a quick summary. So the quick summary of the deal is that we took over the mortgage payments with a down payment on the front end. And we assumed the selling price was 130. I asked them, I said, hey, if you sold the house now, what would you sell it for? And they were thinking, well, we could probably sell it for 130,000. So I worked backwards. I said, okay, so if you sell it for 130,000, you're going to lose 10% to closing costs. So 13,000 right there. And that's going to cut us down to 117. I said, you might have to make some repairs or other things like that. So I said that you're going to end up taking home $105,000. I said, so I would like to buy your house for $105,000. Now, this comes from me knowing my house across the street. It's the exact same floor plan. It's just across the street. And so I knew kind of what my house was valued at. I remembered what some of the costs were. So I was very able to give them an accurate, working backwards price of what needed to be done. Oh, I think the roof had to be done. So I think it was 130, 10%, 117. The roof needed to be done. That probably 10 to 12,000. And so we came to 105 as an agreed upon purchase price. They said, perfect, 105. So I said, here's what we'll do. I'll give you a down payment on the front end and take over your mortgage payments. You guys can use that money, to move. You can use it as a, the security deposit on an apartment. I think they needed to buy a new car. I said, I'll give you this money right now. We'll fix the house. And then either I'll buy it or we'll sell it to an end buyer. And then you'll get the rest of your money at that point. So what it looked like was his down payment, 25,000. We'd make the mortgage payments of $500 a month. At the end, we would pay off the existing loan that had 29,000 and change remaining on the balance. They'd put in a new, really nice air conditioning and HVAC system that still had $1,800 on the loan. And then the rest of it would go to them. So it'd be $48,000 profit to the seller at the end. So what I did is I broke out. I went to their house because I already, knew the house. Let me switch my screen sharing to here. Share it to my pictures. All right. So I did a lot better job documenting this kind of assessment, renovation, and rehab. So this was the house here, right across the street. 3-1 block, about 1,000 square feet. The whole inside had paneling. So I knew, oh geez, we're gonna have to take down all this paneling and do all new drywall. Also, the kitchen right here in my house, this was a much wider doorway for the kitchen. So I knew we wanted to do that. So I knew right away we were going to have to rip down all the paneling all the way down to the studs to redo the drywall. This was the kitchen, old, outdated. Knew we were going to have to change this exterior door. The windows were old. The only thing that didn't have to be touched in this house was the bathroom. They'd already remodeled the bathroom. Bathroom was fine. We left it alone. We didn't, I think we changed out the sink, the mirror, maybe the light, but we didn't do anything in the bathroom. So that really reduced some costs there. So it's 3 bedrooms, 1, 2, 3 bedrooms. We did demo. Everything was legit. We pulled permits for everything, pulled permit for the roof, the windows, the door, electrical, plumbing. All of the HVAC was good. So workers did all the demo, tearing everything down to the studs, kind of giving the layout plan of where I wanted everything in the kitchen. Here's that opening up, increasing that doorway, and they put up a load-bearing beam, a big old header to hold things up nice and sturdy. Yeah, so that's where we were at. And then this was the final product, 3 bedroom, 1 bath, new windows, new roof, new riser on the electrical, so we could upgrade it to 200 amp service. There's a nice shed in the back that got done there. This is when we came to the drywall stage, getting it ready for paint and everything. We got the front door painted blue, look nice. These columns, we wrapped them. We put down the snap down laminate flooring throughout the whole house. It's waterproof, except the bathroom. The bathroom already had tile. So the whole rest of the house got this snap down laminate, a little bit darker to kind of hide stains and imperfections from tenants or, pets or whatever. So this was the kitchen. We went with white shaker style. Because it was such a small area, we did granite. It was like $1,000 to do granite here. Granite's gonna be way more durable over time. We did stainless steel appliances. This is the hallway all here. And then this is kind of the front of the house once we got all the blue put on. Big yard, nice driveway. You can kind of see it here, but this is a nice big driveway. Great house. So let me show you my rehab estimate sheet. Back to here. So I walked through the house with the owners, and I broke out my rehab estimate sheet here. This is my quick rehab estimate. We knew it was going to need a roof. Done in 2004, had some eave rot around the edge, so we put that on here. We knew it was going to need a lot of demo because we are going to demo everything. We were going to do some framing, mainly for that kitchen area. We're going to redo the plumbing to make sure it was all up to code. Did a full electrical rewire, new panel, upgrade the service outside. And then one of my vendors, his name's Alex. He's awesome. I love him. He did the framing, drywall, paint, trim, interior, exterior doors, floors, and all the demo. So his total bill was $26,500. These were the windows, again, double pane, very energy efficient to work with the expensive air conditioner. White shaker cabinets, $2,600. Granite tops, $1,600. We got all the appliances for about $2,000. I think we got everything new except the fridge. Or wait, no, we got all new appliances for this house. Had some Lowe's orders, blinds, shelving in the closets, appliance install, the final trim and patches. This would be like baseboards, the quarter round, patches in the wall from things getting dinged up as stuff got done, tiles and floors. So got the flooring from Floor and Decor, paid the guys to put it in. This is paying off the HVAC. This was my mortgage payments that we made. This was the balance on the mortgage, how much I gave to the seller, the net. So basically my purchase price, my acquisition price was $105,000. Like I outlined on my summary sheet. It was a $70,000 rehab, and it took 7 weeks. We did this one super quick. This was the rehab that I'm most proud of. I lined up everything, and we just nailed it. My rehab estimate that I had initially put was $50,000, not doing the roof. So because we ended up doing the roof, that's where we kind of got an extra about $10,000 coming in. So I got, pretty close, not all the way, but this was a pretty close estimate here. So that meant that our from 105 and 70 means our all-in was $175,000. So our initial plan was to stop the share. So our initial plan was to take over the payments, fix it, and then sell it retail to an end buyer. But the way the numbers work out, I actually had enough cash left to just pay off the seller and finish the deal, because I only had to give them $48,000 to finish the deal. So we opted to just buy the house and keep it. So what I did is I said, okay, so we're going to buy it. And are we going to do a refi or whatever? So we bought it and then we did a cash out refi. So we did a cash out refi. We said the purchase price, we did a cash out refi. We said the purchase price was $200,000 and we were gifting ourselves $50,000 for a $150,000 loan amount. So $150,000 loan amount on a $200,000 purchase sales agreement. The appraisal came back at $235,000. So the numbers worked great. We lost $12,000 in closing costs, loan origination fees. So we got $138,000 back into the bank after the deal. So that means we had about $32,000 stuck in the deal. So I'm just break that down again. $105,000 purchase, $70,000 rehab, $138,000 back. So we had $32,000 stuck in the deal. And the property appraised for $235,000. Okay. So that means that our all-in cost was $175,000. $175,000 minus, $235,000. $175,000. So that means we automatically had $60,000 of equity immediately. $60K equity right away. $32K stuck in the deal. Rental $1,500. Cash on cash. So that means we had $32,000 stuck in the deal. We rented out $1,500. Let me show you the sales agreement that we did with the seller and how simple it is. Everyone thinks you need this like huge, gigantic sales agreement, and it was not the case. All we had to do was do a simple purchase and sales agreement. And here it is right here. So you said the seller, $25,000 additionally, net $50,000 to seller at the end. We're going to pay off the mortgage. We're going to pay off the HVAC, all those things. We're going to pay all the closing costs. We're going to pay the lawyer. And this just kind of breaks it down here. Boom, boom, boom. 3 pages. That's it. You only need 3 pages to buy a house. You don't need, a gazillion sheets. So we bought that, sent it over to title. The lawyer was able to do all the probate, will, execution, getting it clear to close for title. She was able to iron all that out. Cost like $1,500, but I coordinated and I kind of orchestrated all of that. We sent everything over to title. We bought it. So then the next piece of the puzzle is, okay, if we're going to make it a rental or are we going to sell it? So if we're going to make it a rental, what is our market rent? So we went on the famous rentometer. We figured $1,500 would be a fair price, and we set it at $1,500. It was a previous tenant moving into this house. He actually lived in a room across the street during PT school, moved across the street, upgraded to the whole house. So I knew him, so we didn't need a property manager. I was just going to manage it ourselves. And so we filled out the rental property calculator for $170,000 price. That's kind of close to what we were all in at. $1,500 on the rent. Our property taxes, $900 a year, $1,328 on insurance. Obviously, these have gone up and destroyed my profit, but it's okay. 10% maintenance, 5% vacancy reserve. So that would give us, if we had no leverage, that'd be 11,200, 6.6 cap rate. We do have a loan, so that gives us about a 7.38% cap rate for this deal. Oops, sorry, I'm trying to get back to my summary screen here. Yeah, so 7.8 cap, cash on cash. So yeah, this deal kind of illustrates many different things blended all together, like we've talked about before. So there's the seller financing piece of taking over your mortgage payments. I helped them get out quick. I helped them get a chunk of cash and get out quick. If they had listed this with a realtor at $130,000, they'd gotten a bunch of offers. They accepted the offers. They started to move towards closing. That would have started in December. They probably wouldn't realize till January or the end of February, there's a problem with title. We got to start probate. So then they would have started that probate process in February with a regular lawyer, and that may have drug into March, April, May. So by working with an experienced investor like myself who said, this is a problem and we're going to start addressing this right now at day one. So we reached out to the lawyer in January, and we got all the probate stuff cleared up before the house was even done being renovated. We got it cleared up so fast, and we closed the refi loan. I think we closed it in August. So I think we started all this in December. We bought it from the seller in April, and then we were able to do the cash out refi in August. So about an 8-month kind of turnaround for all of this deal. If you thought this was interesting, if there's anything you want to add or you want to tell me about your deal, please like, comment, subscribe, send me a DM, and we're going to keep making more videos like this one. Thanks a lot.